Once again, tonight's feature winner is going to come down here to Victory Lane. We're going to call it the Lazy Lee's One Stop Victory Lane. Will they get a 1 can of Sunoco Race Fuel 110 octane? And they're going to come down here and they're going to visit me down here in Victory Lane. 23 of Michael Jurgensen. He's on the pole. Got the heat race win in the heat race. Tim Day, first time on the asphalt. He's a pro in that Charger on the other surface. But right now, we are green flag racing. Tim Day out front in a 20-year leader. The 23 of Michael Jurgensen right there in second. Ronnie Taylor in the 12 sitting there in third. Here comes Michael Jurgensen on the outside of Day. We've got a race for the lead. Down the front stretch they go at the line. Michael Jurgensen has the advantage going down the back stretch now into the turns number 3 and 4. Tim Day, winner on lap number 1. Ronnie Taylor right there on the back number of Day. Down the front stretch they go. It's the 23 of Michael Jurgensen now. He takes over the lead. 2 laps, 2 different leaders. As the 23 of Michael Jurgensen leads them down the backstretch. Tim Day in the 20 sitting there in second. The 12 of Ronnie Taylor in third. Michael Jurgensen out front, your leader, the 23, the 20 of Tim Day in second. Ronnie Taylor in the 12 in third. More laps to go with 23 of Jurgensen, you're up front. Taylor gaining some ground on the 20 of Tim Day. Jurgensen out front, Taylor right there in second, the 20. Here comes Taylor in the 12. Michael Jurgensen in the 23 out front. The 20 of Tim Day in second. Ronnie Taylor in the 12 sitting there in third. We got 6 more laps to go. Michael Jurgensen in the 23. Tim Day in the 20 in second. Got 2 more laps to go. White flag is in the air one more time. The 23 of Michael Jurgensen. So the 23 of Michael Jurgensen, the first feature winner in 2024 at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. You got a fan base over there off of turn number 2 over there. First off, Ben, congratulations. First feature winner of the 2024 opening season backing up here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. How do you feel?
Oh, it feels great. I wish it was under better circumstances for Nick, but man, this thing was fun.
Yeah, Nick couldn't pick the better driver to be on behind the wheel of this thing. And, you know, you and Day had a race there going early at the beginning and going back and forth, and then you kind of pulled away from there. And experience around this track, you've had a lot of laps. And he's still a rookie this season, but he's going to be a competitor at the end.
Yeah, absolutely. That car is a rocket ship. If he can get it to get through the corner a little better, it'll be hard to beat him, that's for sure.
Anybody you want to thank?
For first and foremost, I have to thank Nicholas. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be in this thing. He wants to race so bad, but he's got something going on. And man, I don't even know all of his sponsors, but I know he's got Leo Morgan, Willer Quarries, Phones Furniture and Lawn, Bojangles, his dad's shop, 417 Sports Cards, Ralph Pitts, Shelter Insurance, DNS Affordable Movie, Keen Motors, Guppy Services, his buddy Rico Abreu, McBride, Land Solutions, Missouri Cooperage, Umerschlager Burger Company. Man, there's a ton of sponsors on this thing, and sorry if I missed anybody, but I'm glad Nick let me drive this.
Well, here we go. Promoter Aaron Douglas has a scoop of ice cream from the Ice Cream Shack, so take you a bite there. And then Skeeter's got some friends here. We're going to have them come on down here and be with our feature winner. What's your guys' names? Kinsley and Kate. And hey, on behalf of Lazy Lee's One Stop, you get a 110 can of race fuel octane right there. You use that, take it back to Lazy Lee's, you get $10 off. We also want to thank Icon Racing Graphics for giving us the checks. Race fans, let them hear you one more time. Your Charger feature winner, the 23 of Nick Bradshaw. Ice Chip, the 24 of Trevor Eisenhower out of Fairgrove, Missouri. On his outside, it's going to be the 00 of Chris Johnson. Row number 2 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, and on his outside, the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Row number 3 on the inside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the 01 of Tony Johnson, and on his outside, it's going to be the 71 of Don Morant. Row number 4 on the inside from Brighton, Missouri will be the 8 of Aaron Wilkie, and on his outside from Lebanon, Missouri will be the OSS of Corey Henson. And row number 5, it's going to be the 18 of Tanner Woody out of Rolla, Missouri. 20 laps is your distance around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Good looking street stocks. The Wade's diesel pace truck going to pull off into the infield. Tighten up the grip on the steering wheel. Drivers, we're getting ready to go racing for street stock feature time as the green flag is in the air. Trevor Eisenhower out front of the 24, Chris Johnson on the outside in the 00. Michael Jurgensen in the 88 on the inside of the 16 of Mike Shaddy. As right now, it's a tight race for the lead between Eisenhower and Johnson. Chris Johnson in a 00 on the outside. Trevor Eisenhower on the inside. Here comes Jurgensen in the 88. We got multiple races all across the field. Don Morant, Mike Shaddy battling there for fourth. Don Morant on the inside, Shaddy on the outside, but here comes Jurgensen. Make another visit in victory lane, side by side. Michael Jurgensen now on the inside of the 80, of the 24 of Eisenhower. Eisenhower and Jurgensen battling there side by side. Chris Johnson in third looking on. As caution is out. Caution is out for the 18 Tanner Woody. Tanner Woody reading out the caution, checking the track to make sure no liquid was put down. So we go back to the last scored lap, and it's the 24 Trevor Eisenhower, your leader still. But Michael Jurgensen was right there with Eisenhower before the caution came out. You got the 00 Chris Johnson sitting there in that third spot. The 71 Don Morant in fourth. The 16 of Mike Shaddy sitting there in that fifth spot with the 01 OSS of Corey Henson. Here we go. Lights are off. Green flag, please. We're going back racing. Eisenhower on the inside with Jurgensen on the outside. The 00 Chris Johnson right there in third. Side by side with Jurgensen and Eisenhower. Great racing so far here at the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Side by side, these drivers aren't giving up. We've got a packed wild side, a packed grandstand. Eisenhower, Jurgensen, side by side, nose to nose, as it's Eisenhower out front again with 14 more laps to go. Side by side all the way through. Oh, we got contact here. Caution coming out, as contact was made between the 01 of Corey Hinton and the 16 of Mike Shaddy. Race fans, what about this race for the lead between Eisenhower and Jurgensen, side by side, lap after lap? Chris Johnson in a perfect position right now watching this race, this dogfight up front. Queen racing side by side between the 24 of Eisenhower and the 88 of Jurgensen. 00 Chris Johnson on the inside, the 71 of Don Morant on the outside.
Michael's in first, 88's first.
So the 88 of Michael Jurgensen, the 24 of Trevor Eisenhower. So going back to the last lap score, it was Michael Jorgensen. Once again, we want to thank Scott from West Holt Timing and Scoring, as these cars have transformers on, so that way we can tell who's in the lead lap after lap, because the transponders tell us, and the transponders don't lie. So right now, Jorgensen, your leader, with Eisenhower, Trevor Eisenhower on the outside. 13 laps to go here around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Green flag is in the air. Michael Jorgensen, Trevor Eisenhower racing side by side. Jorgensen has the advantage. Back the line. It's still the 88 of Michael Jorgensen. Trevor Eisenhower staying right there with him. Jorgensen goes in high, loose. Here comes Eisenhower. Chris Johnson gaining some ground as well in the 00. Down into turns 3 and 4, they go out of 4. It's going to be 10 more laps to go. Michael Jorgensen in the 88. Here comes the 00, Chris Johnson. Michael Jorgensen able to pull away now as the 00 Chris Johnson moves up to that second spot. Six more laps to go. Michael Jorgensen in the 88, Chris Johnson in the 00. We got a race there for third. Mike Shaddy in the 16, going way high and wide at turns 1 and 2. Here comes Don Moran on the inside of Shaddy. 5 more laps to go for your leader to race this for third. Don Moran, Mike Shaddy. Mike Shaddy getting high, wide. In turn 3 and 4, or 1 and 2. Now in the turns 3 and 4. Checkered flag is in the air for the 88 of Michael Jorgensen, the 00 Chris Johnson coming home second, 71 of Don Moran coming home in third. It wasn't too long ago that you were just here.
Long time no see, Shane.
Long time no see. You're out of breath. I think you just did, what, 35 laps?
Yeah, something like that.
You could go around with the late models now.
Something like that, huh?
Hey, you know, racing the family car here, street stock, this is what you're familiar with. You won a championship in 2017. Does it feel good to be back in the street stock?
Oh, absolutely. You know, I think I've asked a bunch of people. I think I won the last 2 opening nights that I was in a street stock. So I was like, well, why not make it a three-peat?
Hey, Ice Chip, Trevor, he was right there with you for the first 15 laps or so, and it was back and forth. And thanks to us the whole time and scored for these transponders because we were able to determine who the leader was.
Yeah, my receiver wouldn't work until the last lap. It started working all of a sudden. So I had no idea. I looked at the leaderboard and it said I was in first. So I kept passing Trevor and then he'd come back by me. So I was like, well, maybe I'm just not able to hear what's going on.
All right, well, we got some more race fuel from Lazy Lee's One Stop number 4, and 110 octane. Got a nice check from my Icon Graphics. We got a trophy over there to be presented with you, and we got Skeeter's friends. Skeeter, we got some friends. Oh, and then we got some more. We got some more ice cream for you from the ice cream. So let's see, who do we have over here? What's your name?
Remington.
Remington. What's your name?
Boston.
Boston. What's your name?
Brooklyn.
All right, so everybody get in the picture here, and to get a picture, I'll help you. The Crown Vics.
Oh, the Crown Vics. Oh, this is going to be exciting. They're going to be all over the place, aren't they?
Yeah. You got a Crown Vic?
No, I don't. No.
You got Old Yeller, Old Skeeter. What's Old Yeller doing over there?
She ain't ready to race yet.
You ain't ready to race? Yeah. Look at the stagger there on the rear of that thing.
Oh, yeah, staggered on both sides.
Who made that for you?
Douglas Tire and Auto.
Douglas Tire and Auto, a sponsor here at Limited I-44 all off season. You've seen the talk on the Round the Track. You can join us around the track on Wednesday evenings around 7:30. If we have something going on Wednesdays, we usually move it to Thursdays, but join me and Aaron on the Round the Track on Wednesdays as we have special guests. And we got a lot to talk about this week, but ladies and gentlemen, here they come. DJ, crank up the music. It's time to give you Nathan Warson in the drone is right there with the pack as Reggie Jackson, Tim Brown racing side by side. Reggie Jackson on the inside, Tim Brown on the outside with Matt Hazel in the 5 right there in 3rd. Tim Brown, Reggie Jackson, side by side. Here comes Hazel as Reggie got loose on the bottom of 2. Hazel's going to take advantage and work right there on the back bumper of the 3 of Reggie Jackson. Tim Brown down the front stretch, leader out front. Reggie Jackson and Matt Hazel side by side. Matt Hazel in 2nd, the 3 of Reggie Jackson in 3rd. Oh, Matt Hazel got loose there. As right now Jackson's on the outside, Hazel's on the inside. Can they save the tires? Can the tires last? That's the thing. The tires have never been ran. They're street tires. It's a racetrack. It's a hot bake. Let's see how long they can last. But right now, Tim Brown trying to expand his lead to get out front. Maybe he can slow down and save those tires. But the 3 of Reggie Jackson, he's picking up the pace in that 3 car. The 5 of Matt Hazel in 3rd. Got the 48 of Jimmy Bone in the 5th spot with the 63 of Darren Boyers in 4th. As right now it's still Tim Brown out front. Reggie Jackson in the 3 in 2nd, the 5 of Matt Hazel in 3rd. Coming up on lap traffic here. Reggie Jackson picking up 19.60. He's gaining ground on the one of Tim Brown. Got 11 more laps to go. Hazel in the 5 right there as well in 3rd. Coming down the front stretch. Still Tim Brown out front. Reggie Jackson closing the gap on your leader. Matt Hazel sitting there in the 3rd spot. 63. But Darren Moyer's in 4th. So we got 9 more laps to go. Here comes Reggie Jackson. Legal Beagle in the 3. Came in strong and hard in turn number 3 and 4. Brown able to pull away. Down the backstretch they go. '85. '17, Nick Love. '85 of Blake Sylvie, racing hard back there, but here comes the 1B of Tim Brown, gaining ground on the 17 of Love and '85 of Sylvie. Lap traffic going to pay a picture. Here comes Reggie in the 3. Does he have enough time? With 5 more laps to go. Downtown, Timmy Brown in the 1B. Reggie Jackson in the 3. We got 3 more laps to go. Downtown Timmy Brown coming into turn number 3 and 4. Out of 4 with 1 more lap to go. Your future winner, the 1B of Downtown Timmy Brown, Reggie Jackson coming home in 2nd. Matt Hazel coming home in 3rd. First Crown Vic feature of 2024. First of all, wow, what a great start to the Crown Vic season. Man, it looked like a lot of fun. You and Reggie had a good race going there at the beginning, but You did it, you know, you did it. It was all the talk was about Hazel and Jackson and Eden, and then here comes Tim Brown to the end to get it done.
The car's really good. I think anybody could win in it. It feels that good.
I don't think you were faster than my run around the track, though.
Yeah, I couldn't do that on foot. I'm not even going to try it.
Hey, anybody want to thank?
My wife. Here she comes. I'm going to eat my ice cream and let her talk. I don't know.
Okay, yeah.
Get her down here.
Get her down here. All right. So we're going to talk to the First Lady of Brown Racing, and I guess you're going to introduce the sponsors.
All right. Well, Double B Cattle Company is our Carbon Construction out of Arkansas, Lake Area Liquidators, Jack and Dana Jones, and ETW Racing out of Arkansas also.
Hey, we got a lot of people on the wild side, a lot of people in the stands. Tell them how fun this class is.
It's awesome. You'll not get in racing cheaper than this right here.
It's a lot of fun. So eat your ice cream, enjoy your ice cream. 110 octane race fuel can from Lazy Lee's. One stop there, and congratulations.
Is that legal to put in here?
Well, probably put in that car right there. So, all right, Skinner, you got some friends? You got a lot? Okay.
I was trying to get 2 or 3, but they just keep multiplying, and I can't say no. So.
It's okay. We got 10. Skeeter's been growing on the friends list. Everybody get in here. If somebody didn't go NASCAR and do the NASCAR thing, we might have had a little bit of excitement on April 20th. But hey, you and Tim had a good run there at the beginning, and you know, it's the first race. There's a lot to learn from this experience for sure.
Not like anything I've ever driven. I mean, I used the term hog on ice earlier. That's about how they drive. So mine was a little loose. Tim's was really good. If I caught him, I couldn't do anything with him. So wasn't no point in tearing up a couple of race cars. And not that I didn't try. I tried to catch him, but I couldn't catch him. So we had a lap car or something. Wing nut was all over the place. So I was cut off half the infield trying to catch him. But you know, just trying.
Hey, tell these fans how exciting is this class. It's easy to get into. It's a lot of fun.
You know, anybody can build one. They're cost effective, if you can ever call a race car cost effective. They're more fun than I've had in 20 years in a race car. I'll just tell you, I had an A-Mod last year that cost a lot of money, and I would trade this car even if I had to run it all year. They're a blast.
Hey, on behalf of Lazy Lee's One Stop number 4 in downtown Lebanon, you get it's an Dylan Bates out front in the 91, the 46 of Cole Williams. In second, half price at the concession stands. Go get your last concession stands items. As right now, the 91 of Dylan Bates looking to get the big paycheck here tonight. Right now, it's the 91 of Bates out front, the 46 of Cole Williams in second, the 2 of Brian Brown sitting there in that third spot. Jimmy Foden in the 48 sitting there in fourth. Bates, Williams, Brown, and Foden, your top 4. With Kenny Dickinson in the 21 in 5th. Dylan Bates out front still with a 3 to 4 car length lead on the 46 of Cole Williams. The 2 of Brian Brown in 3rd with the 48 of Jimmy Foden in 4th with Kenny Dickinson. Look at the race back here in the middle of the pack. Kenny Dickinson, Steve Holt, Joe Ross in the 27. Holt right there on the back bumper of Dickinson. Joe Ross right there on the back bumper of Holt. As we got Joe Ross making contact with Holt. As now Ross is on the inside. Holt on the outside. Dylan Bates with a 3 to 4 car length lead on the 46 of Williams. Brian Brown in a 2 in third. 48 of Jimmy Phone in fourth. Still Dylan Bates out front. Cole Williams in the 46 in second. Brian Brown in the 2 in the third spot. The 48 of Jimmy Foe in fourth. Still a great battle back there. For fifth, as here comes Steve Hull. Look at the two races in two different places. Kenny Dickinson, Steve Hull battling hard back there to get into the top five. Hull on the outside, Dickinson on the inside. You got Ross and Justin Blake. Here comes Justin Blake. Oh, trouble in turn number 4. Caution coming out for the 35 of Steve Holt. Steve Holt, Kenny Dickinson, Justin Blake, Joe Ross was racing hard back there. 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. But as you can see, some sparks was flying behind the rear of the 35 machine a couple laps before the caution came out. And something happened in turn number 4. He went up the racetrack. Justin Blake took advantage of it. As 8 more laps to go. Dylan Bates, Little Charlotte, Fairgrove, Missouri's 91, your leader. Dylan Bates has been doing lots of traveling since he's been off the track here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, racing in the JIG CRA series. Cole Williams, he's been out of the car for a bit in that 46 machine. Back in the car for the first time back here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. Been a while since we've seen Cole. Brian Brown in the 2. Back in 2019, Brian Brown raced Modifieds with us. Back in behind the wheel of that 2 machine, you got the 48 of Jimmy Phone. Eldridge, Missouri's Jimmy Phone. He's made a lot of laps around the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway. As we're going to double file them up, as your leader and second place are side by side. Bates is on the inside, Williams is on the outside. Brian Brown, Jimmy Phone, row number 2. Kenny Dickinson and Justin Blake in row number 3. You got Joe Ross and Joey Strode in row number 4. $12 laps in, 28 more laps to go. Lights are off. Going to go back racing this time. Bates and Williams side by side in the 4. Green flag is in the air. We'll take the ownership of that as we still have the yellow light on. So we're going to go back, line them back up. Bates and Williams side by side, Brian Brown and Jimmy Phone, row number 2. Lights are off. Dylan Bates, Cole Williams side by side. Green flag is back in the air. We got trouble in turns 1 and 2. Got the 46 of Cole Williams and the 25 of Justin Blake. Cole Williams able to pull away from that. Justin Blake sitting up there. Looks like we might have a piece of debris in the middle of 1 and 2. So this will change things up with the 91 of Dylan Bates. Your leader, the 2 of Brian Brown, sitting in the second spot there, the 48 Jimmy Phone. As looks like the 46 of Williams pulled it into the pits. So the 91 of Dylan Bates. Your leader, the 2 of Brian Brown, moves up to that second spot. 48, Jimmy Phone in third with the 21 of Kenny Dickinson in fourth. So looks like the 48.
Sorry about that,
Jimmy
guys.
Phone
I'm
is
a
going
little
to go
bit
tailback.
rusty on the instant replay.
So I'll move
I'll
the
get her
21
figured
Kenny
out for
Dickinson
you.
up to the third spot. The 27 of Joe Ross in fourth. The 35 of Steve Holt will move in that fifth spot. So the 48, Jimmy Phone, getting the car checked out there. Still sitting at 28 laps to go. Going to double file them up. Dylan Bates now, still your leader. Brian Brown will go on the outside of Bates. Kenny Dickinson, the inside of row number 2 with Joe Ross on the outside. Lights are going off. Going to go back racing next time by. we go out of 4. Green flag is in the air. Dylan Bates out front, the 91 to 2. Brian Brown in second. 21 and Kenny Dickinson sitting right there in third, but the race is for fourth between Steve Holt and the 27 of Joe Ross. Joe Ross now moving up behind the 21 of Dickinson. As it's still Bates, Brown, Dickinson, and Ross. The battle is tight back in the back of the pack as Dickinson trying to hold off that 27 of Ross. Here comes Jimmy Phone trying to look on that inside of the 25 of Justin Blake. Justin Blake in that 6th spot. As now here comes Joe Ross looking on the inside of the 21 of Kenny Dickinson for 3rd. Kenny Dickinson on the outside, Joe Ross on the inside going hard. In turns 1 and 2. Dylan Bates out front, the 91. Brian Brown in the 2, sitting there in second. Joe Ross now moving up to that 3rd spot now with Steve Holden. Battling behind the 21 of Dickinson with Jimmy Foe now working his way through the field. Dylan Bates in the 91 out front. Brian Brown in the 2 in second. 27 of Joe Ross in 3rd. Dylan Bates' first Pro Late Model win in the 91. Brian Brown in a 2, battling there in second. Here comes the 48 of Jimmy Foe. Jimmy Foe now on the inside of the 27 of Joe Ross. More laps to go. Dylan Bates out front in the 91. Brian Brown in second. 48 of Jimmy Foe in 3rd. Joe Ross in the 27. Sitting there in that 4th spot. 14 more laps as we're under halfway. Dylan Bates. Bates out front, your leader. The 2 of Brian Brown in second. The 48 of Jimmy Foe in 3rd. Justin Blake in the 25 pulling off the track. the backstretch of the turns, number 3 and 4. With 2 more laps to go. Checker flag is in the air for the 91 of Dylan Bates. Here at Lebanon I-44 Speedway, because the connections you have with your family.
Yeah, absolutely, man. This is one of the best race cars I've ever had anywhere. That was incredible. I really wish we could have raced that out with Cole. Sucks to see he got tore up there, but man, I just can't thank everybody on this car enough, especially Joe Ross, first and foremost, man. He owns this thing, and he was in the field tonight, and it's just awesome to race with him, and I just can't thank him enough for this opportunity, and obviously John Christ, man, he helps me a ton. I couldn't do without all these people I mentioned, man. Sentinel Foundation and Michael Marsden over here on the front stretch. He cooked his hot dogs today. He had a whole party over there, man. It takes a whole army. I got so many people behind me. I can't even begin to thank them all.
John Chris, he's a funny guy.
Yeah, he's a good dude, man. He's a die-hard racer too. You wouldn't believe it, but he is.
Well, hey Dylan, congratulations, and enjoy the scoop of ice cream. He got that for you. Hey, you've been doing a lot of racing since the track has been closed and traveling a lot as well.
Yeah, for sure. It feels great to be 25 minutes from home. I can go home and sleep in my own bed. But man, I've enjoyed racing all across the country. I plan to do some more this year, and I plan to be here a lot too. So it's going to be fun racing back at home, and I can't thank Aaron enough for doing this. Just my parents and Jason Shepperly, Riley Sharp, Eric Tracy, Larry Tracy, all these guys, man. I'm probably forgetting so many, but Dwayne McGonigal, man, he built a great bullet in this thing. This thing's rolling, so it's awesome, dude.
Hey, we're joining me down here in the pit area is Bonnie and the employees of Lazy Lee's One Stop number 4. They got you a free can of 110 octane Sunoco race fuel. You can use that and take that back to the store and get $10 off. And so they're going to get a picture. And Skeeter, bring all your friends over here. We're going to get a picture here. Brian, you made a lot of laps around this speedway. This place is home to you, and man, what a run for you, and coming home second.
Yeah, I hated to see that for Cole. I don't know what happened there. Congratulations to Dylan. That's long deserved. I know how hard that is to get your first one at home, and hopefully that doesn't snowball into more. I hope I can put a stop to that. But no, congratulations to him. I'm really happy that we started tonight on a good note, and then golly, the amount of fans. I'm just it takes me back to a long time ago, and that was a good time. So hopefully you guys will come back out, and we really appreciate everybody. It's no fun doing it in front of 13 people when 3 of them are your family.
Well, I know he was riding with you tonight, but somebody special is going to be riding with you on April 20th.
Oh, yeah. Boy, I tell you, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a fun time. We're going to make it a fun time. He would have loved that. He wouldn't have known what to have thought about that. But, yeah, that's going to be a big deal, and I really appreciate everybody for all the Douglas family for allowing us to do that. And that's going to be really, really neat and very special for me and my family for sure.
Hey, congratulations. Hey, on behalf of Lazy Lee's One Stop number 4 on Commercial Street, you get a race truck there. Take that to Lazy Lee's. Brian, we'll see you on April 20th. We're going to talk to a third place finisher, and Jimmy, one thing's for sure, you can definitely drive whatever it is, a modified, a street stock, a late model. You've had many laps around this track, and I believe you're probably the hardest driver out there. You can literally take this car anywhere. I think it's these guns that you have.
Well, I'll tell you, first off, we had a good car, but man, I hate that about Cole. I mean, him and Dylan were racing. They were racing hard, and we just barely touched. And I sure, no ill intent there. We had a good car. I think, you know, coming from the back, we might have had a little something there at the end, but it was a lot of fun. I'm glad to be back.
Brian talked about the crowd. We had a pretty good crowd on hand tonight.
Yes, we did, and I'm glad to see that, and we just want more. More.
Hey, you've done this promoting thing, and man, it takes a lot of work, and we appreciate you, and looking forward to being back on April 20th for the Don Brown Memorial.
I'll be here.
All right, third place in the late models, the 48, Jimmy Phone. Well, on behalf of Lebanon I-44 Speedway, myself, Super Shane, the Douglas family, and all the workers here, we appreciate you guys for being out here tonight. And once again, don't forget to go online on i44speedway.com, find us on the web, and also go to Facebook. And don't forget to follow us. Be there on Wednesday night on Around the Track at Lebanon I-44 Speedway. On behalf of myself, we hope you have a great rest of your evening. Drive home safely. We'll see you next time right here at the high banks of Lebanon I-44 Speedway.